What's up, gamers and tech nerds? This is going to be a quick tutorial showing you how to get set up using an LG Magic Remote as a universal remote. I actually just made the swap from using 3 remotes, just a big fumbled mess for no reason, to 1 remote. And fear not if you opted for a entry or mid-level LG television as opposed to their high-end or flagship TVs and did not receive a Magic Remote in the box, as if you bought an LG TV in the last 3 to 5 years or so, they will be compatible with the Magic Remote. You just buy it separately on Amazon and pair it. There is a link to that in the description below, and just to make sure that your specific TV model is compatible, look at the bottom of the landing page for the product description, and it will have compatible models on there. Now, I was already a pretty big fan of the LG Magic Remote, as you can do things like voice search, Netflix, YouTube, or even the user interface. And it's kind of gimmicky, but it is kind of fun. You can actually point around screen like an old Nintendo Wii wand, so that's kind of cool to be able to point and click on screen. Now I'm browsing the home menu of my Amazon FireStick 4K. You guys get to see what I've been watching recently. Oh my. All right, so to get set up here, guys, in the top right of your Magic Remote, you are going to press this button here, and you are going to click yes. So right now, as you can see, I have my Xbox and PS5, which will actually turn on and off with the TV, which is really neat. You can turn that feature off if you want to be able to turn your TV, if you want to be able to turn your console off and still use your television for Netflix or YouTube or something like that. And then, as you can see, I have my sound bar hooked up through an optical audio port in the back, and that is being controlled as well. But we're gonna go down here to connect a new device. It's gonna tell you the device must be placed near the TV, less than 3 feet away. I have heard of people having their devices further than 3 feet away and it's not an issue, and says, please remove anything in front of the device. Again, I don't think that'll matter too much. Go to next. Now, if you're still one of the 6 or 7 people out there that does have a traditional cable television box, you can actually control that here as well. Once you select this, it will give you an option where you select what service provider you have, whether it's AT&T or Dish or Comcast or whatever. Same thing with a Blu-ray player or DVD player, but over here in Bluetooth and soundbar, if you click next, as you can see, I already have my Samsung device set up, but even if you have a Bluetooth device around the house, you can control that as well. You are going to select the manufacturer of the product. So this soundbar here is from Samsung. And basically it knows all the universal remote control codes that you might need. Now right here, when you click this power button icon here, you're gonna see your soundbar turn on or off. So if you let it know, hey, it did not work, it's basically just gonna go through another set of codes, universal remote control codes, until it does work. So now it shows you it's hooked up via optical, it is a soundbar from Samsung, and it is now set up and complete for use. Now, hooking up an Amazon FireStick is actually quite a bit different. You're gonna go over here to connect a new device. Next, of course. Now, it's technically an OTT, which is basically a set-top box or some kind of a TV assistant, like a Roku, that allows you to browse things like Netflix and YouTube if you do not have a smart TV. Now, you're gonna select whichever HDMI port your FireStick is plugged into. For me, that is HDMI 2. And as you can see, I'm getting a little picture-in-picture preview of what's actually happening on my FireStick right now. Hit next. Oh man, it's not showing up. I guess it doesn't work. Well, that's what I thought initially till I did a little bit more digging. We're gonna go back to previous over here, and you're actually gonna choose Blu-ray and DVD player over here. Now, you wanna make sure that you turn on both of these options here. Simp Link doesn't mean you're a simp if you do this, but you gotta turn on Simp Link and Auto Power Sync. Now, once those 2 options are on, you're gonna hold down the home button on your Amazon FireStick or FireStick 4K remote. You're gonna hold that down for 10 seconds, and this LED light will begin to flash. When it does, it is searching for remotes. So it'll recognize this remote and this remote. And at that point, you should be paired. And once you do get it all paired up and good to go, you might be thinking, what just happened to my soundbar that I added? If you press this button here, which is the 3 dots, it will pull up this little side menu right here. And this has everything that you are controlling with your universal remote features. So it has my FireStick. I can do some quick functions such as jumping to the home menu or powering it on and off. And then my soundbar over here, I can turn it on and off there, because if you hit the power button on your remote, it's just gonna turn your TV completely off. So that is how I power my soundbar on and off. But then as far as turning it up and down, I just use the volume controls on the front there. And as you can see, with my other remote, I actually had to aim it at the soundbar, had an IR laser in there, as where this is Bluetooth, so it can literally be pointed up or at the wall or behind my back. It doesn't have to make direct contact, and I have to say the response is very good. Every once in a while, it'll get like laggy for a second and then catch right back up. But generally it works just as the normal remotes did, but even a little bit better, because on the Amazon FireStick remotes, it's a very squishy membrane buttons. This has nice tactile, clicky little D-pad or selection wheel. So now being able to browse my FireStick with a more premium feeling remote actually kind of speeds up me browsing through the menu interfaces and whatnot, which is awesome. So not only am I getting one remote instead of three, but it's actually a better remote when it comes to browsing all these devices, especially my soundbar too, because that was a pain to like, you know, have to aim directly at it, and sometimes it wouldn't register. As where this, it's Bluetooth. I know it's going to power it up every time, and I have full control over all my devices with a single remote. That is going to do it, guys. If you enjoyed this video and it was beneficial for you guys, liking it will help it to get seen by more people, so this information will reach and assist them as well, which in turn helps me grow this channel, which I do greatly appreciate. Subscribe for more videos like this. Drop in the comment section below if this worked for you, or if you have any issues and I can try and troubleshoot with you guys. And I will see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow because I upload daily with gaming news in the community and industry. See you tomorrow.